yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go! 38!
Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come on, let's go! 38!
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Let's go! 38!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, done. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
It's caught, Nelson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a give to Lynch. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. And in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nelson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. That connection with Jordy Nelson coming on the drag route.
Hard to believe that he was a walk-on.
Yeah, Kansas State.
It's so hard to believe that people missed entirely on him. But how about his ability to work and run?
And it's caught. Roberts has it for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And it's 15-0. Vecchio now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Done. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Done. And this is going to be incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throw left side complete. That's Nelson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Let's go!
On second down, Lynch. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Back to throw. And he finds Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
4-time Pro Bowler Derek Johnson. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Leopard.
To throw from his end zone. Done. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught by Roberts. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick.
Throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought, looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, done. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Done. And caught right side. Green. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again. Done. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
And able to find Green. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Eluding the pressure right. Underneath, this is Bernard. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
This will be caught just inside the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the bootleg. Done. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressive.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On play action, they'll throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's third down. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing, anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And Eifert has it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. On 1st and 10. Dunn. And the grab by Croft. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Back to throw. Done. And that's going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Bruce Irvin in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Let's go!
They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Back to throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Done. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off play action. Done. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bruce Irvin in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
3-19! No, check, Patriots!
On third down, done. Now he's flushed out right. He's going to air it out. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Raiders on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Ohio!
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can...
The Bengals bring pressure, and it's blocked. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw. Done. And that is incomplete here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. On first down, done. This will be caught at about the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. To throw on second down. Done. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Malcolm Mitchell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Oh, this is blocked. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. Coleman has it here right side. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. A play fake as they set up to throw. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll look to throw. Broken tackle there for Nelson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down. Dunn finds, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Looking to throw on second down. Dunn to the left side here for Eifert, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On the right side, caught by Green. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On first and 10, Dunn. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mitchell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. On first down, Dunn. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice.
And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Back to throw. Dunn. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They get the crucial turnover just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll bring up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Connects it to Roberts, right side. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Raiders on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for the Bengals. 46 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
He's back to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all they're predicted to finish talking about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bengals, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Oakland, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Come here, soon as I got seats in there, hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back.